Oh, they're here. Great. Ready? Hey, what you doing over there? What you doing?
Checking my porn on Reddit.
What? On Reddit?
No, checking out my views.
Man, you guys will find anywhere to put porn, huh? You put it in like the comments of Yelp or something. Like you put the links to porn.
You can find it anywhere now.
It's crazy. Do you even binge, yo?
Do you
bro?
even binge, man?
Bruh. Look what we got.
I know. You got my sweater, people. It's very nice.
Fuck the sweater. Nobody cares about the sweater. Look at the blanket. Look, we got a. Do you even binge? Wait, hold on. Trying to show this. Where's the fucking?
Like this.
No, where's the letters? No, it's up here. It's at the top. Do you even? Hold on, I'm not holding up my end. Binge? Oh my God. Hold yours down. Okay, binge.
I'm holding mine.
Show it.
You do it wrong. There it is. Do you even binge?
I can't even. All right. Anyway, and then there's the faces. Anyway, first of all, this is a one-off we got created, but these Christmas decorations, my God. What are you doing? Are you punching my face?
No, you're so showing on your face.
Anyway.
This AI?
No, it's not AI.
I don't know if that guy that sells, that one of the hooligans that sells fireworks on regular show is Hector.
Hector, yeah, find Hector, Isaac.
I think it's Bad Bunny.
It's not Bad Bunny, but it does look like Bad Bunny could play him. Hector has fireworks all the time on the regular show. Anyway, I thought this blanket was cool, but
it is cool.
Well, it doesn't really show on TV, on air. I wouldn't say TV, but whatever we're broadcasting on. I don't stop. See,
if
there's a battle like halfway down the middle of this blanket. I don't want to fold it. Anyway, how are you guys? It's the new year, right? Yeah, it is after the 1st of January 2026. And we are done with freaking Christmas. Merry friggin' Christmas.
Yeah, man, we're done with Christmas.
Okay. Stop. I forgot to take down the... Hold on. Let me just disable these here. Well, I can't fully disable them, but we will next time. But anyway, just pretend they're not there. Don't put your head on them.
These are the New Year's Eve celebrations.
Anyway, yes, we're done with Christmas, and now we're moving on. We have a lot of things for this year, a lot of theme sort of episodes where we combine things like directors and movies and eras and all that. But this week and next week, we're going to do the Golden Globe nominations for Best Drama this week, and then next week, Best Comedy, which is so weird because, Isaac, can you pull up the best... Golden Globe nominees for Best Drama,
so and
then Golden Globe nominees for Best Comedy Musical as well.
I don't want to talk over you, but I didn't know till right now that they're categorized as different subjects. It's not like the Oscars where they just pick all the main movies.
That's because that was my point, because so I don't feel like
there's drama and there's comedy and a musical, or drama
comedy and musical are lumped together in one category.
So just The Office will be in a comedy musical?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're not nominated this year, of course.
But I'm just saying, for example.
Yeah, like remember when you did you were out of town, but your mom and I went to the Imagen Awards, and you were nominated for Translate This for a comedy special, but it was in the comedy / musical / variety category. And you know who won? Was Patty's Mexican Table or something like that. Patty's Table. It was a cooking show.
Nobody watches that.
I mean, I think people watch it. They do.
Know who watches that.
Actually, somebody in our comments mentioned it like a couple weeks ago. Yeah. So she won, and I was like, It's a cooking show. It was you and I think Fluffy and then this.
I
That
lost
was it.
Whack cooking show.
You did. Patty. You should have said, I have Patty in my special too. And then the Patty joke would come up where you guys
But it
used
was a white lady making
your brother's fake passport.
Yeah.
And trying to get into the U.S. That's a more interesting Patty story. But she does look like a white lady, just dressed up in a little Peter Pan collar, Mexican
Latino
collar.
awards. They like to give awards to the most whitest looking Latinos.
I was with your mom. I don't think she knew what was going on. We had a nice dinner, and there are all these people coming up and saying how happy they were. And then you weren't at the table. You were gone. You weren't even there. You weren't in town. I forget where you were, but
No, I was out of town.
yeah. But we were doing that. It was fun.
You met Rita Moreno.
I met Rita Moreno, and yeah. There were a lot of people there. Hector Elizondo was there.
So the Golden Globe has how many categories for best movies?
Just 2, drama and then comedy musical, comedy/musical.
And the series are under what, drama?
I think they're all under this too, right, Isaac? No, actually, sorry, there's motion picture, and then I think there are series too, right? Isaac, can you find out if there's nominees for a series in Golden Globes? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Yeah, television series. Okay. But we're not talking about the series really right now. Although we could. It's just that's a lot more time commitment.
But I'm just asking
watching.
the nomination. What are the winners, nominees?
The nominees are right there.
So there's series for series.
No, this is for motion pictures. This is for movies, what we watched.
I know that. That's not my question. My question
What's your question?
I know there's dramatic series. That's what I want to know. I want to know what other categories are there. I know we're not going to talk about that. I don't care about that. But I want to know what other categories there are. Are there musical, there's series, there's drama? What categories?
I thought you were asking what we're talking about today.
No. I'm not going to know what the categories are.
I don't know. There's a lot of categories. What do you want to know?
I want to know.
There's
right
all
there,
these.
There it is,
Go out for all of them.
Film categories.
It's like 100.
What else?
Go have fun. Go ahead. Talk about them.
But I want to know that I know they're giving away awards for film, like an Oscar. They give away for screenplay, but I want to know what else they give away.
Everything.
Well, I don't know. That's why I want to know.
Well, go read them. Read them right there.
Okay. Best motion picture, screenplay, best animated feature film, best non-English language film. That should be under the foreign film. Best original song. Here's a television one. This is where I get confused. Best television series, drama, and musical comedy. So a show that's just a musical can be nominated and go against a comedy show?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. It's dumb. It's lumped together. Comedy always gets the shaft.
This is the one that shouldn't even be there. Best limited series. That's like a show like Fargo.
Yeah.
It's only on for
it's
one
like a
season.
4 to 6 episode series.
And that's the main one right there. Best performance in a stand-up live comedy. They added podcast now.
Wait. I think this might be the first time that they separated that category out like this.
You think so?
Yes, best performance in a series. In a stand-up comedy on television. That's very specific. I've never seen that category before. I think it's always been comedy or musical or variety show or series or whatever. That's always been the category. But anyway, award shows suck, first of all. And let me tell you how I found out. Let me tell you how I found out that award shows suck and are worthless, are pointless. And they're just a press play, really. It's really just a publicity thing. Because you and I don't know, 5, 6, 8 years ago, let's say, you were invited to the OI Awards. You know OI? Isaac, look up OI newspaper. OI newspaper
H-O-Y.
is a well-known, HOI, sorry. It means today, whatever. It's a Spanish language newspaper based in Los Angeles. And it was popular for a while. And actually in New York, if you ride the subway, you see people reading Hoy and El Diario. You see those two publications all over the place.
We've been thinking about the Asian one, Chamoy.
Chamoy. What? But, yeah, so you see all these Spanish publications, but OI kind of fell to the side. And then you were invited to their OI Awards, first annual. You know, when you get invited to these things, they really pump you up and make you feel like you're part of you're something special, you know. And if you're an entertainer, you fall for it. But then the other person in your life goes, I don't know, we just went to something last year that was like, I saw so-and-so there, and all she did was take pictures to show off her earrings she was gifted by some designer, and that's all. Remember that woman from CSI? That was funny. She was just standing there taking pictures in the audience, like for her Instagram, and then she left. That was all she needed.
We met a couple of actors that are pretty popular right now.
And Cheech was at these Oy Awards, and he did his little intro, like I guess presenting an award for somebody, and he boned out. He was gone.
He had a helicopter off the building, LA Times building.
Yeah, it was at the LA Times building. It was really cool.
Richie Cabrera was there.
Richie Cabral.
Richard Cabral was there. He had just came out of rehab, and
he was new.
He was doing one-man shows as a poet.
Yeah, he was just doing poetry stuff.
He read a poem on a thing, and so was the girl from Wednesday.
You know what? I was sitting right next to her, and she and her sister, what's her name? Jenna Ortega?
Yeah.
They had 9-inch heels on, and I swear they were like 18 years old. And I was like, who are these little ladies? They weren't even 5'1". They were 4'11". I think these girls were 4'11". They were so small. And I was like, these girls have like big heads and little bodies. And that's how I knew they were famous somehow.
They're from a Disney
I said, they
show.
look like a weird,
were.
I don't even think so. I think Jenna had been in something. I forget what it was, but it was a teen thing, like a teen drama or something. And her sister was just along for the ride. But I was like, these little girls look like they're going to cast a spell on us or something. And they were sitting right next to us. And then she blew up probably 2 or 3 years later. Cheech left. And yeah, it was run by people that we know that they're just running like press stuff, publicity things, you know. But anyway, so award shows are mostly just ways to get your name in the press, ways for designers to put clothes on you that get press, and blah, 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 blah. And you talk about the new projects you have coming up. The most interesting person we met, which I'd really love to dive into more, was the guy from the movie Star Maps, right? Remember, we met him. Remember Star Maps?
Oh, yeah, he was there. We're the only one that recognized him.
Yeah, we're the only people that recognized him. Star Maps was this movie back in like late 90s, right? Go ahead. Fighter?
No, there was a boxer there, too, that's very popular, too.
We met El Mero Mero there, too, that guy from Blood In, Blood Out. Yeah. But Star Maps starred this guy named Douglas Spain, and this kid here. I thought this movie was so good, and it was really about this kid who wanted to be something different. And the guy who played this guy's dad, I want him to play Felipe as
he
dad.
He auditioned for my dad, and I'm not like that no more.
He is such a good actor.
That was our first choice, then Paul.
It was our first choice. I don't think he auditioned. I think they couldn't get a hold of him or something like that. But that guy would have been a great example of your dad. But of course, they wanted Paul in because Paul had a name in comedy.
When I was on the Latino Laugh Festival back in '96, that actor you're talking about,
Douglas,
that played my dad.
Oh, that guy.
He had a short film in the festival I was in.
Yeah.
Because he does one-man shows.
Yeah, that's Efren.
Not him, the dad.
Yeah, Efren Figueroa, yeah.
California Midnight Cowboy, I don't think so.
It kind of is, but like it's this guy, you know what? The woman, right? Not her, but another woman who he ends up like hanging out with. She's a white lady actress. That was my childbirth teacher before I had Isaac. And odd
That's
connection.
the part where the dad stole his role.
The dad stole his role. Oh my God. Star Maps is such a good movie because this kid has these dreams and hopes of being an actor. And his dad's like talking shit about you'll never make it. You'll never make it. Meanwhile, his dad's also trying to make it in some way. And it's an indie movie. It's so frustrating. And he and his dad have it out, man, at one point. But that guy would have been perfect for your dad. I still want to work with that guy, that older man. Perfect. He was so perfect. Really good actor. But Star Maps.
Here too. I play your dad.
It's an indie movie, hard to find. And Douglas Spain, honestly, I think he came up around the same time as Jay Hernandez, and they had a similar sort of look and sort of vibe to them.
1992?
Like 97.
No, the movie came out in 92.
No, really?
Yeah.
No, 97, right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was late 90s. It was after.
But this week, we got the top 5
Anyway, we're talking about Golden Globes, yeah.
Golden Globe, the GGs.
But we can watch all of them because they're not all streaming. And, we don't really go out to the movies that often. We did see one, but it's for next week in the comedy section.
Yeah, and we'll talk about my gas in the movie theater. Stay tuned for that. It was really
Farty Supreme.
Farty Supreme.
Thank you, Isaac.
I could have blown up that Hindenburg ad with my farts.
Oh my god. Anyway, what's up with my turtleneck? I look like, hey bud, let's party. Like, when Spicoli has a turtleneck on. I don't have a turtleneck on, but it looks like a turtleneck. No.
Like when he goes to a job interview.
No, look up Spicoli turtleneck. I'm telling you.
That's when he's saying like they're waiting for the pizza.
Yeah, he's waiting for his pizza. There he goes.
It is. That's you. That is
hey,
you.
bud, let's party. The white turtleneck is what I'm talking about right there. Oh my God, I can't get my glasses back on. There you go. Oh my God. All right. He's got that Baja sweater on. Man, those. When I went to college.
You paid 100 for them.
90, maybe 50. 1990, 1991.
TJ back then.
Well, those people were coming to American college campuses and selling these shitty Baja sweaters, and everybody bought them. And mine was gray and blue, and I think I paid $25 for mine. It wasn't that much, maybe 30 at the most. It was before they were really jacking us, but. Yeah, they just came out on the quad, and they also had those pan flute people. They'd set up right next to those guys, and they'd just play pan flute in the same sweaters. Anyway, so we're talking about the list. Okay, we got, what do we have? What's the official list here? What do we have?
Sinners, number 1.
Nominees for 2026. The Secret Agent. Okay, first of all, you can't stream that one, so we did not stream that one. The other one we didn't stream was Sentimental Value. The others, Hamnet, we did not stream. Sinners, it was just an accident. And Frankenstein, we're talking about today. But then we threw in a bonus of Smashing Machine because even though it's not nominated, we're pretty sure something's going to get nominated for the Oscars from that at some point. For Smashing Machine. So, and I also wanted to see Dwayne Johnson.
53-year-old playing a 25-year-old.
Who's 25? Or he was playing 25?
When he was playing that guy off.
Was he playing 25?
Yeah, he was 25 years old.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, that's what I said. Show Mark Kerr at 25 when he was top shape. When he was on top of his game. No, that's him now.
There he is, right there. Yeah, bro. That one, the golden one.
He's 20-something years old right there. Look at that.
He's Puerto Rican. That's a photoshopped head addition right there. Come on. Yeah. He's Puerto Rican, right?
I don't know.
He's Puerto Rican and Irish, I think. And the real Mark Kerr.
Oh, Puerto Rican Irish, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure.
Mofongo.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. Yeah. Oh, he's from Toledo. I didn't know.
I'm going to go to his house and challenge him.
Challenge. There's Joe Rogan with hair.
With hair. That's one of my things I have in my wallet. I said if I get pulled over, I have my U.S. citizenship card, I have my TSA card, my clear card, and I have a picture of me and Joe Rogan when he had hair.
That'll save you.
Got it right here, as a matter of fact.
You do? Stop. Where? First of all, I don't think there's a citizenship card.
Or my passport.
Your passport, I guess. You don't have a green card anymore. Updating the green card every few years was so annoying. Having to do that. What you got? Let me see. I don't think
that's my passport.
That's just your passport card. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into this. Wow, he looks. Oh my God. He doesn't have hair there,
with hair
dude.
Right there, man.
He does not have hair there. This was like 4 years ago. That picture. That's with the guy from Super Troopers, isn't it?
No, it's the Russell Peters.
Oh, Russell Peters.
But the guy from Super Troopers did show up.
Who's in the corner there? The other guy.
I don't know, random guy.
I don't know who that
Let me get
guy
that
is.
picture, guys.
There's a lot of that backstage.
Also got one right here, man. If I get lost, call my wife.
Yeah. It says wife on it. It doesn't even say Lisa, just
I got one of
wife.
Isaac right here, man.
He writes stuff like in case of emergency,
Tinder?
if you find from Tinder.
Graduate.
Look at Isaac there, all handsome in his suit.
I got this one too, man. If you ever go to New Orleans, tell that guy you know me, Rick.
Oh yeah, they gave us our card. We stopped for a drink.
Orlando Avila.
We stopped for a drink right there in New Orleans because it was open, like an open sort of patio thing, and we stopped for a drink. And then they were trying to get you to go into the strip club there. And then a bunch of fans came in through the doorway and took pictures with you. All right. How about we go with that? So we only went with the things that were streaming at the time of this recording. And let's start with Sinners, I guess, right? Sinners, which all these are 2025, obviously. This is directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Michael B. Jordan as twins, Smoke and Stack Moore. And they are brothers who...
They were called Smoke and Stack because when their mom had said with her father, she was on top of a smokestack.
I don't think that's true.
Usually back then you get a name by where you're at, like
not where your parents had sex, and there's no mention of a smokestack.
Yeah, Smoke and Stack, that's their name, right?
Yeah, but there's no mention of that's where their parents had sex.
They made it a smokestack. Okay.
Just all made up here.
And one's a blood, one's a crip.
Seems like one's a blood and one's a crip. Yeah, there's a blue and a red sort of thing. The weird separation of the twins seems a little forced.
This movie reminds me of that movie, the Crossroads with Ralph Macchio.
Yes, it is Crossroads because it's really a Robert Johnson story and the story of the blues in America, which you have to include Robert Johnson and the whole lore of selling your soul to be a great musician. So there's a clear separation between the brothers. You said one is blood and one is Crips, and
One is hot, one is cold.
So far, that's the only difference I see in the two.
Actually, one of them has like an older coat.
Actually, hold on, pause for a second. They do talk about how one has an Italian style suit, and the other has an Irish style suit. And the Italian style suit is more flashy. That's Smoke. That's the guy with the red hat. And he's the one who's just more like city-wise and that sort of thing. And the other one with the blue hat, he's more... he's in the Irish style, which is more of a classic style tailored suit. So I didn't know that watching it. This is after reading about it, but it was intentional to make them look a little bit different.
Which makes sense if they're both bootleggers from the era. That means that one brother, he went out there and dealt with the Italians.
Yeah.
And the other one dealt with the Irish, and they worked with both of them.
And when they come back, when they do, all the townspeople talk about them returning to town, it's clear, or they make it clear, that they were up there in Chicago working with Al Capone. So both of them worked for Al Capone as bootleggers or whatever during Prohibition. But yeah, so they make it clear that there's a divide between the two brothers. They're not that different. I don't think, honestly, Michael B. Jordan made very much of a difference in his portrayal of the two different brothers. Not like the Krays. You know, when you see Tom Hardy doing the Krays brothers, there's a clear distinction of the two personalities. The Michael B. Jordan brothers, Smoke and Stack, were very similar. Just, you know, I guess one was a little more flashy or a little more bold, but it really wasn't that clear. I don't think it was that important to the story either.
When in the beginning of the movie, I noticed that their accent changed. Were they what they call that, race switching?
Code switching?
Code switching. When they were talking to the property owner they were buying the property from. Because I noticed they sounded more country when they were talking to him.
Huh. I didn't notice that.
Because they sounded more like, oh, you betcha we're going to get down here.
I didn't notice that.
I noticed that they were talking very, very southern to him. And then later on, their Chicago, whatever they picked up in Chicago was more what their attitude was.
I didn't notice that. I mean, they are from Mississippi.
Okay.
So they just lived in Chicago for a few years working with Capone and doing, making some money and whatnot. But maybe because they're dealing with the South, they were doing a little bit of that. But I don't know. I didn't read anything about it, that's for sure. But so basically, the twins come back to town. They had some sort of troubled past that is alluded to throughout the whole movie, and also their father had some sort of troubled past as well, and like dirty dealings, and they have a reputation in town. You can go ahead and show the trailer, Isaac. They have a reputation in town. They came back to Mississippi only to discover there's a greater evil waiting to welcome them back. We don't know about it yet.
You gotta find out yourself.
And they have a young cousin named Sammy, who's a blues musician, a very new blues musician. He's hanging out with them.
Just picture Sammy as the same guy in that movie, Old Brother, We're Out There.
Kind of, yeah.
Timid, young, scared, and talented.
Yeah, with a guitar constantly on his hip. Yeah.
And he's on his way to sell his soul, and Old Brother, We're Out There.
Yeah. And then here, so it starts off with Sammy, that guy, young kid, going into his father's church. And he's all scratched up and disheveled and torn up and everything. His guitar is busted. And he says, like, Dad, you were right. You were right. Like, that was the devil's music, right? So his dad had admonished him for playing the devil's music. And then that's kind of a central theme to Sinners, which is play the clip with the musicians, because this is a turning point. This is 55 minutes into the movie. There's a feeling in the beginning that his preacher father dismisses his dreams of being a musician. And Delroy Lindo here, he's a harmonica player and in town, and he's talking about it too. So they talk about this.
Boom Shakalaka from the Comedy Store.
If you're familiar with L.A. lore, that's Boom Shakalaka. So he's a musician, blues musician. His father was basically saying, you're playing the devil's music. But then here in this scene, it's this fake Bootsy Collins person here.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Well, no, that would be more of a George Clinton, Bootsy Collins hybrid there. But then here's a DJ from the 80s, co-creator. There's a little LL Cool J guy running here, breakdance, getting ready to breakdance. So what we see here is this generational.
Behind us, that's what we see right there. Behind you, that's what we see.
Oh, Sugar Shack. This generational sort of idea that music.
Under the drum circle you see in Venice.
That music moves people. That music has a powerful movement within it. I don't know what twerking has to do with any of this. But then she goes to find her Chinese husband over here, and then there's this Chinese folkloric dancer.
We're not spoiling the movie. This is the trailer.
Crip dancing. This isn't even a trailer. This is a scene at 55 minutes in. There's her husband.
No, the trailer for the movie.
This isn't a trailer. This is a clip I found. Alert? No, this is just a scene.
Then it turns into Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon right here. House of Blades, or that movie, House of Knives.
It's like combining. You're talking about Flying Daggers?
Flying Daggers, yeah.
It's like combining basically modern music and calling out the ancestors from the past through music.
And the future in this one.
Which, honestly, when I'm watching a movie, it's a little too deep for me. I get it. And I see it. But I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because I think this is corny. It's delving into corniness.
Do you remind me of that scene in Blood In, Blood Out when they were about to do the big hit? But they show you the Day of the Dead dancing first.
Yes, like there's some sort of like you're betraying your ancestors here, kind of. And I think that's a lot of pressure on the modern generation of.
It's a battle of old and new.
Yeah, so it's this battle of old and new, and it's this weird thing. A lot of people love this scene. I felt like it was a little heavy-handed. It's a little corny, but. It's fine. I mean, it's fine. I get it. I felt like it was unnecessary to go all that way to make the point. But the point was that that
part-
music can summon these evil spirits. And spirits from past generations and future generations. And so that's what happens. And it ends up... Go ahead.
It's a good movie, man, but...
It ends up
you're
being...
going to look over the person you're watching it with and pause it, and you're going to be... Should we keep watching this or what?
I will say...
Let's just see if this guy starts...
I was this close.
Walking with a headpiece. We'll stop watching.
Yeah,
it.
I was this close to turning it off. The scene ended and it went back to normal. And then the vampires started because it is a vampire movie, which is not a spoiler alert.
I was very sad that this movie did not show all that catfish they bought.
Oh, they showed a little bit of catfish. You always want to show the food
Like
display.
if you're gonna expect me to go to the middle of the woods in 1920 something during Prohibition, there has to be some food there.
You better have some catfish.
Some catfish. Like they bought a bunch of catfish, and I don't know. That reminded me of like the after hours party I went to in Houston.
That one there, the dancing and everything. Yeah. That's what I imagined, like rafters, like a barn or something like that. Yeah,
People
they buy this
chance.
property. So there's a couple things going on in the movie. So there's the rise of the juke joint, which is, it was a thing, right? So they go and collect these musicians, and through that they get their cousin. They realize how strong a musician he is, and he's going to play that night. Delroy Lindo is playing harmonica. They pick him up off the street. He's like got a prowess of his own. And but he's basically just a street musician making pennies. And then it turns into a vampire movie. And let's show that one scene with cornbread. I don't know if that's I don't know if I labeled it. Here it is.
Just step aside and let me on in now.
It's when they realize something's up.
Why you need him to do that? You big and strong enough to push past us?
Well, that wouldn't be too polite now, would it, Miss Annie? I don't know why I'm talking to you anyway. Smoke.
Don't talk to him. You talking to me right now. Why you can't just walk your big ass up in here without an invite, huh?
So these people have come to the bar asking to be invited in, which is weird.
Which is they're playing the rules of that vampire movie we talked about the last time.
Yeah.
What was it called? With that little girl?
Now we out here.
Let the right one in.
Let the right one in. So right here, they don't let the fat one in.
And what is it we supposed to be doing?
Y'all tripping.
Being polite. Now
How come Delroy Lindo looks the same as he did 15 years ago?
Because his last name is Lindo. He has to look lindo.
Lindo.
You've been in and out of here all day. Ain't never need an invite then. Yeah, something ain't adding up.
Right here at this moment, you should just drag him in here so he could burn inside the house uninvited.
Huh? Would he burn? Is that what would happen?
You wouldn't be doing that. No, you don't start bleeding like in. Let the right one in.
That's right. You start like hemorrhaging.
I'm trying to
he wants his payment because he was doing security at the door before he got bitten outside.
Snatch your wife.
Okay, they didn't show that. They shot him in the face there, and they have a vampire problem on their hands, and I think is that the only other additional Sinners clip? Yeah, you showed the other one. Okay, basically, yeah, they have a standoff within that barn / juke joint with these Irish guys outside, who are vampires. Not just Irish. They've brought a lot of people with them, but they're there to, I don't know what the point is, because here's the point. Ryan Coogler, I guess, is trying to make this point that like music is connected to our ancestors and our future and all this stuff. Okay, but then what the fuck does vampires have to do with it? And are you saying that music is the devil's music?
No, you gotta sell your soul to be that good.
Or you have to sell. I know. I mean, that's part of it, but they're saying that the storytellers who are that good summon evil spirits, have the power to summon evil spirits. But I just don't know what the point is of the movie. Like, is that the point? That music's bad?
We're gonna move on to the next movie because that's getting me mad.
That's okay. I know. Yeah, it's frustrating.
That's part.
I know.
Because it don't make no sense, right?
It's very frustrating. Like, what's the point? I don't get it.
Oh my God! I remember of some comedy special I saw where somebody was talking about las máscaras, los payasos.
But yeah, so they talk. I mean, they talk about historical stuff, and there is a lot of. There's a lot of here's a lot of religion in this movie because there's the vampire connection, right? But then there's the preacher's son connection, and then also I forget her name, the love interest of Smoke, who is Yvonne, I think is her name, and she's a root. She's like schooled in the art of like root medicine, right? Root culture, root work, I think it's called, which is basically like herbs and roots and things that are known in African culture, especially slave culture in the United States, to as far as medicine and cures and that sort of thing, and protection, and a little it's hoodoo, which is I guess a side of voodoo, another side of voodoo, which is more for positive things, but protection and what do you call it? Can't remember what it's called, but sort of that protection idea from bad spirits, from evil spirits. So there's a lot of religion stuff touched on in here, and also the fact that, and they mention this a couple times in the movie, that we accepted your God, sort of talking about Christianity and how a lot of slaves had to reject their own religions that they came to the United States with and accept their master's religion, which was Christianity, usually baptism, sort of sect of religion of Christianity. But yeah, let's move on. I'm not sure that this is going to win any awards necessarily.
Sinners?
I don't know. Maybe Michael B. Jordan. I feel like first of all, Michael B. Jordan's got a big mouth. Okay. I mean, literally, like a physically big mouth. He has a lot of teeth in his mouth. Then he adds on these vampire teeth later on. I couldn't find a clip that clearly showed this, but it's hard to understand him with the vampire teeth and the Louisiana accent later on. It's just, I don't know if you noticed that, but it's hard to understand him. And it's beyond like this difficult Cajun accent because he's got the thick teeth, Anyway. Okay, so that's Sinners. Let's go to the next one that's nominated, which is called It Was Just an Accident, which is an Iranian film, Persian film. And in Iran, there are limited clips for this, by the way. I'm just going to say there's only really a trailer and one other clip out there. So this man right here who works in this garage runs into another man who at late night working on his car, he believes that guy was his former torturer in prison. As a political prisoner. So he gets this woman who's a photographer and a lot of his other friends who were imprisoned by this same guy to come together on kind of a weird road trip to torture and kill this guy who was
peg leg.
Yeah, he has a peg leg. They're all checking his leg right there.
They never seen his face. They just know him.
They only know like the way he walked, the sound of the peg leg, and his voice. And so they all have these different memories of what he did to torture them. And but the problem is he's denying the whole time that he's this person. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. And so then they start to doubt themselves. Maybe we're wrong. Maybe our memory's playing tricks on us. And he's ready to kill this guy and bury him alive, really. And a lot of shit happens, but not really. Honestly, it's kind of a play in a car, in a van, and around the van, right?
Yeah.
The whole movie is just this isolated incident. But yeah, they basically torture this man. And at the same time, that man, his wife goes into labor with their second child. And the guy who's torturing the man ends up helping the wife to take her to the hospital and have her giving birth and all that. It's not a spoiler alert. The spoiler alert's at the end. But the question is this man really the guy who tortured them? And how do you know? Because the guy's not going to admit it, right?
He said, they're in the movie. He was.
Now, see, that's the spoiler alert right there. Right there. See that? I said we weren't going to spoil it, but we just did right there.
Show the clip.
No, there's no clip. I told you there's no clip.
I am him.
This is the spoiler. Why would you say that, though?
They leave him tortured in a box, which pretty much would have killed him. And which reminded me of a movie I saw with Ryan Reynolds, and the whole time he's in a box, tortured with a low lighter the whole time, man. Oh, man, I lost my breath watching that movie, and I couldn't watch it no more. It was torture.
Ryan Reynolds was in a torture? Was in a really?
Yeah, he's stuck. He's in Iran, and
what
he
is
gets
this movie?
He's a government worker somewhere at a factory, and they terrorists catch them, and they put him inside of a box, and he stays there for I don't know how long. And he's fucking talking to people in his embassy. They don't want to help him.
He has a phone?
Yeah, they give him a phone.
I saw a movie before this. Oh, he has a mobile phone. This is giving me all the information.
Yeah.
So, look up, when did this one come out? 2010. Look up that movie, I think it's called Breathless, with Adrian Brody. This Adrian Brody did a movie where he is a killer, and he buried a woman alive, and they're trying to interrogate him to see where she's buried so they could save her. But he's a serial killer. Look up that. I think it's called Breathless.
Last breath?
No, it's Breathless. Yeah.
Put Breathless.
Put Breathless. Coffin. Or Buried Alive, Adrian Brody. Oxygens.
Damn, you were close.
Sorry, Oxygen. Okay, so this woman, Maura Tierney is the investigator. He has this other woman that he captured and put into the coffin underground. She's alive. So they have only a limited amount of time to save her.
I never heard of this movie.
What year is this? 99.
Damn.
And basically Maura Tierney is the investigator, and he's chained to a desk, and she's trying to find out the location of this woman's grave that he's done. Anyway, that's another one that was buried alive. But then one of the best ones, look up Twilight Zone Burgess Meredith. That Twilight Zone was my favorite, where he not that one at the top, but no, further down the coffin. Look up the coffin. Maybe it's not Burgess Meredith. Just look up coffin then. The grave. Okay. So I don't even think that one's it. That's not it. Look up prisoner and grave and coffin. Okay. Must be wrong. It's not Twilight Zone, I guess. I guess it's Alfred Hitchcock down there.
So what happened?
My God. Well, anyway, this guy who's a coffin maker for the prison, he makes coffins for the people who die in prison. I thought it was a Twilight Zone. I thought it was Burgess Meredith. And he makes coffins for the prisoners who die. And then his whole escape plan then, as an older man, he's just going to die in prison. So he decides to make a coffin and sneak himself into the coffin. But the problem is, when he sneaks himself into the coffin, he doesn't realize that the guy who was supposed to get him out is the one who died.
Oh,
that's the person he made the coffin for, and he slips into that coffin, and that guy who's supposed to get him out later is the one who's dead next to him in the coffin.
Damn.
A 3 6 Mafia did a song. This is not the movie. It was a Twilight Zone or Alfred Hitchcock. It was one of those. Anyway, So he's stuck. Then he realizes he lights the lighter because it's been a long time and nobody's dug him out yet. And this is supposed to be his escape plan as a prisoner. And he lights his lighter and he turns to him. And the guy next to him in the grave, in the coffin, is the guy who's supposed to let him out.
Huh?
So he's done.
Oh, that's that.
He's never getting out. I thought it was Alfred Hitchcock, right? I think it is.
That is sad.
This is not the episode, but there is, I swear, there is one out there. The Final Escape. Okay, so it is Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, so he looks next to him, and it's the guy who's supposed to get him out. Those are always scary, that whole buried alive idea. Did you have anything else to say about it? It was just an accident. There's not a lot out there.
I
Not a lot
the
of
movie.
footage.
It was different and very independent.
Yeah, it's different. I don't think it'll win, honestly, but
Foreign film?
it was not. That's the problem. It's not in the foreign film category. It's just lumped into the best drama, I guess.
No.
Yeah,
Good
I don't
luck.
think it'll. Next one is Frankenstein. This is a big budget. Yes, big budget. First of all, it's hard for me to go watch a Frankenstein movie because there's been 100 Frankenstein. Yes, it was. 100 Frankenstein. Oh, no, only Netflix.
Sad.
Oh, okay.
It would have been good to watch it in the movie theaters.
Guillermo del Toro directed this. He's always wanted to make a Frankenstein movie. For years, he's been planning this and finally got to do it. But I feel like it has to be really different, and I don't feel like this is that different. There's some things that are different. One, it's way more graphic.
There's no Igor. I didn't like it.
There's no Igor, but it's way different in the way that it approaches the constructing of the man because it is grotesque. Do we have footage of him breaking apart the bodies, Isaac?
And cutting them.
Because
Just go to any.
No, I mean, it's hard to find.
Donnie Brasco cutting of limbs, same thing.
basically he was slicing and breaking legs, and like it's very graphic in terms of how he's putting together the perfect pieces of these humans. And the whole thing is, throughout it all, I felt like, I've been watching a lot of psychopath stuff lately on my crime shows, and I feel like Dr. Frankenstein just was a psychopath, and that was downplayed over the years because he's educated and he was rich and things. But he's a psychopath. One, he is all about controlling people, when he makes the monster, he wants it to speak, he wants it to say certain things, he wants it to think a certain way, and he can't control this thing he made to think a certain way and be under his control. That thing wants to be independent. That thing wants to be his own human, his own person. The women in his life, he wants to control them. His mother, he wanted to control, everybody he wanted to control, and he couldn't really gain it. But this, when he's crafting the perfect human, he's using the perfect pieces.
He even got a black penis.
He's crafting the perfect pieces from all these humans to make into the perfect human in his mind. But again, once he created the human, then he goes, I don't think I thought about, did we have that at the end of one of the clips? I didn't think up to the point, or what did he say? I didn't consider what to do once the human was created, right? Or once creation had happened. I didn't think of it. I think it was one of the clips I put in there. It's at the end of one of these. Yeah, here it is. Here's the creation here.
It's alive.
This is the animation, and there's no true it's alive moment, but very dramatic right here. He found some battery power. The lightning is happening.
Like weird science.
It is very weird. Weird Science has a lot of that.
I must confess, I never considered what would come after creation.
I never considered what would come after creation. That's the whole thing. That's his part. He never thought of this as a living, thinking human being that he was making.
As a person that has kids everywhere, I know what he said by that line. He said, "I never want to be a father."
Yeah, it's fun to make the kid, but
It's fun to get all the funding to make this motherfucker, but I don't want him.
Afterward, who knows? It's up to
But I
nature.
found in this movie because I do have a History for Fools podcast too.
Yeah.
Was that how sad in the world it is, and how far his power and money is from the poor people.
Yeah.
And now if you're a doctor, you want to examine a body, you can examine a body anywhere. Like there's people who donate their bodies for science, but back then there wasn't even no record of people being alive. People were writing down record of people dying. So Dr. Frankenstein, Victor, he has to go to a place where people are going to get executed.
Yeah, he's going to the hangings.
There's
the
a
public
line
hangings.
of people there, and he's smelling them to see which one is the better one.
Yeah,
So
who's like decaying already?
So you
before.
could buy him before they put him there. He goes, and he smells this guy, and it's fucked up. He smells this guy. He goes, "You're lucky that you're being executed. You would have been dead in a year."
Yeah, you would have been dead.
And then they
in a
read
year.
his crimes, and then the guy that's walking with Victor picking the bodies, he starts fucking up that fool. But then he realizes, "Oh, I don't work here. I'm sorry."
Yeah, it's yeah.
That's
They're
sad how
going.
you can buy a body. You can buy a body.
Yeah,
before it dies.
Yeah, so he picked one of those guys like that he was gonna pick, and he's like, "Oh, he's a good back." Like, he doesn't even know why he wants to pick this perfect human. He doesn't
Right
have
here, look.
plans. Here it is.
Oh, he has nice teeth.
These people are ready to die, by the
You're
way.
lucky to be hanged. You would have died within the year. Tell Harlander promised me access to optimal specimens.
Bloody may have your lordship, as you well know. Crime doesn't pay, and it's the poor showing of it we have here. They're wretches, every one of them. I'm sorry about that.
It's a strong back. This one'll do.
Yeah, so this is it's pretty grotesque though, the whole, but you realize like he's just playing with these things like they're dolls, like the toys. They're not humans. They have no souls. They have no feeling, or even if they used to, or they might in the future, if he reanimates them, they're just toys for him to manipulate. So
what I saw about this Frankenstein at the end of the movie, when whatever happens to him and the way he talks, I felt the same thing as the scene reminded me so much of the end of that movie with Indiana Jones and Rutger Hauer.
you mean Blade Runner?
Blade Runner.
With Harrison Ford, not Indiana Jones.
Yeah, Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer at the end of the movie, because Rutger Hauer, he's the cyborg.
Yeah, pull up the Rutger Hauer.
Pretty much, he was made
Blade Runner.
in like in a Frankenstein world in the future.
He's a machine.
And he's a machine, and he's self-realizing human feelings right here,
He's sentient now.
and he's realizing he has a memory and a thought, and he's turning human, but he's also dying at the same time. So in his last moment of his trying
He's
to be a
aware
human,
that he's dying. Yeah,
he tells him what he saw before he dies. I've seen beings.
I've seen things.
I've
Seen things.
seen things you people wouldn't believe. Attack ships on fire.
He does have a British accent.
Orion. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark.
I like how he brags about that he saw him when he makes a face with him now. Oh, you didn't see that.
You
I
ain't
did.
seen shit.
All these memories
Moments
will be lost like a fart in the wind,
time.
like tears.
He didn't say a fart. No.
I know, my thoughts.
Rain.
So pretty
Tears
much
in
this
the
guy's
rain.
Frankenstein, man.
He's a Frankenstein
He's a
type.
Frankenstein.
Yeah. Who knows who created him? Did they ever show?
Yeah, they show the
person who
guy.
Created?
They show the guy, and he has like sad
I don't
toys.
think I ever saw that.
He has sad little toys that are half human.
Is that in
and
the
have
the
wheels.
sequel?
No, this one.
Oh, this one
Yeah.
really? Oh, I don't remember that.
Him and Keyhole from Beverly Hills Cop show up.
So in Frankenstein, in this one,
There's
just
a cold sore and shit. Futuristic cold sore from having sex with that cyborg.
Yuck. Sean Young. A few facts. Jacob Elordi, the monster, the actor is 6'6", by the way. He's blowing up as an actor, by the way. He's becoming the hot new thing. I don't even know what he looks like without all his different characters that he's done. What does Jacob Elordi look like without
Like
makeup?
McFly.
No, not McFly. He looks like Pablo. He looks like Pedro Pascal, no?
Nah.
A little bit?
McFly.
He looks like Pedro Pascal.
McFly.
He does not look like McFly. Where do you get McFly? That's
McFly.
Pedro
He look
Pascal.
Like McFly.
Where is McFly? How does he look like McFly? How does Elordi look like McFly at all?
No, some of his father.
George McFly?
George McFly.
He
Yeah.
doesn't look like George McFly either.
Totally. You look.
Where do you
Boom.
get this information? This guy's a geek.
Right there. Look at that. Boom.
That doesn't
Boom.
look...
Exactly.
No, he doesn't look
exactly the
anything.
same.
In the comments, please let us know what you think, because I don't know where you see that he looks like
The guy just has
McFly.
take away his caterpillar eyebrows and his own, man.
Where did you get this information?
It is him.
Who said?
He looked like McFly when he was Frankenstein.
No, he didn't.
Show Frankenstein.
You crazy.
No, not that Frankenstein.
Lordy.
Look,
Yeah.
boom.
He
McFly.
does not look like McFly. Oh my God, you're so
He does.
stupid. No.
Okay.
This does not look like him. Anyway, more facts. 42 prosthetic pieces were applied to him, taking 10 hours every day to apply makeup. And Guillermo del Toro did not use many special effects. Just, I think only when
10
the
hours to
animal
do all
scenes
this?
every day. 10 hours
So
every day.
You're getting paid double overtime, huh?
Maybe, but it said he would arrive at the makeup trailer at 10 p.m., stay up all night as the creature makeup was applied, then get on set in the morning. I don't know when he slept, I guess in the afternoon.
So that would be good because you're tired. You're just going, oh.
And he did look up the Buto dancing thing. What is it? But where's my note about that? This is the dancing sort of thing that he was copying, which is like a freeform Japanese style dancing.
That's not really him, right?
No, this is some Japanese Buto dancer. But this is what he studied for the movements of the monster. I don't know why you have to study so much for them. That's what I'm saying. I don't think, why do you have to study all these different moves to make up this movement for a creature? It's a little pretentious. But Guillermo del Toro didn't use many special effects. It was mostly mechanical and practical effects instead throughout the whole movie. I think the only time there were special effects or CGI was when he was working with animals, like the dog, like the wolf dog being attacking and stuff. You can get off this video. We can get rid of this.
Fire bad.
But Guillermo del Toro told Oscar that he wanted more Mick Jagger. He wanted this Frankenstein to like look like a rock star and move like a rock star and stuff. And he said, I watched a video of Prince going to the Super Bowl and to rehearse, and basically I stole his walk as he's going up to the stage with his hands behind his back. And I couldn't really find that clip, so we don't have that. But what I thought was weird was he grows hair. Do you have hair on Frankenstein?
I forgot that. And also
He
he
grows
eats.
hair and he eats, and like
then we move
he's a
to his
corpse, and you have corpse skin and hair follicles. So not all of the hair on your top of your head is going to have hair follicles, and it's not going to match. So how do you end up with this head of hair if that's the case? It's very weird.
Stage. And then we have his fully realized romantic adult look.
By the way, Andrew Garfield
also
was
wanted
supposed
to
to
do
be
something with the coloring.
the
Maybe
original
this is a man
creature,
brought back
but
from the
because of
dead.
scheduling
But it doesn't
conflicts, he
mean
had
that
to
he
drop
can't look
out,
beautiful.
and then they put Jacob
So the
Elordi.
different
Who's
versions
Andrew
put on the
Garfield?
face was to frame the
That
face.
Spider-Man, one of those Spider-Mans that I didn't watch. This guy, which I thought that's a weird choice. He's such a, I don't know, regular dude. There's nothing special about him. He's significantly shorter than Jacob too, which is not very monster-like at all. I think he's like under 5'10".
He would have been Frankenstein.
Let's see. There's a lot of like Jesus and religious sort of comparisons with Catholicism and the cross-like apparatus they have him laid on and all that stuff. That's all the facts, but it's okay. I don't think we need more Frankenstein movies, personally. And the weird thing I thought was that they have two weird things. Well, one weird thing. They have Mia Goth as the mom of Victor Frankenstein, right? Let's show Mia Goth as, yeah. So she is, she plays his mom, and then she plays William, his brother's wife or fiance, and then becomes Victor's wife. But there's no I guess they just wanted to connect it in your mind that they're similar, but they don't use that for anything, and they don't make it clear that it's the same.
I thought that part was stupid, man.
It's weird. It doesn't have any explanation.
Stop it.
Sinners. It just doesn't make much sense. So that was pretty confusing.
Just hire another actor. Stop being cheap.
It is very. Yeah, it just seems like they needed an extra actor or something for a short scene as the mom, but. The movie itself, it's good. It's beautifully shot. Oscar Isaac is all right. It's a little heavy-handed in the like British accent, sort of over dramatic stuff happening. But I'm not sure if the Academy or the powers that be are gonna like that or not. It's a very actory thing, but it's all right. I just don't feel a need of more Frankenstein movies.
I know, man.
We've had enough.
I felt like I was watching the Wolverine.
Kind of. Yeah, because he can't die. That's the weird part. I think that's it for Frankenstein. What do we have next? Oh, we have one more. Okay. We have Smashing Machine. And actually, Smashing Machine is not nominated for a Golden Globe. And we don't know about Oscar nominations till February.
She got nominated for actress on Golden Globes.
Who did?
Emily Blunt.
Oh, Emily Blunt, yeah.
And The Rock did too.
And The Rock did too, but the movie itself is not nominated.
And thank you to everyone for allowing me to...
That hair, man. I couldn't get over the hair, man. It looked like taco meat.
The hair makes his head look like a pinhead.
The hair, man. It looked like when he was shaving, it looked like... They're shaving his nutsack. It felt like pubic hair was falling off.
It's so strange because he doesn't look normal in regular clothes. He doesn't look comfortable in regular clothes. It's like you put a gorilla here in an outfit. You know, he doesn't look comfortable. What does The Rock wear in regular daily life?
Sweats.
Because all these clothes on the person that looks like this, it just looks odd. It's like you're in disguise or something. But anyway, because this could be an Oscar contender at some point, we're going to talk about it. But it's the true story of MMA and UFC fighter Mark Kerr, whose obsession with greatness made him a legend and nearly cost him everything: his wife, his life, all that stuff. He became addicted to painkillers and steroids and fighting as well. He loved the thrill of the fight and the win.
It's me. You don't have to apologize. Okay?
The problem, though, I felt honestly there wasn't enough delving into the addiction. It was such a short amount of time showing the problem that painkillers caused in his life. But I remember watching the documentary, which is really impossible to find these days. Did you find any clips from the documentary, Isaac? You did? Play some clips from the documentary. Because that's the first thing I saw years ago. I think when I met you, you were watching that, or we watched it together or something. And that's the real Mark Kerr right here. And this documentary, I just remember him going from city to city. Everywhere he was trying to get painkillers. It wasn't just a small amount like in the movie. He was trying to get painkillers, like injectable painkillers, in every city he was in. He's just numbing his body so he can take on more and more pain.
Yeah, they're
That's just real. That's the real girlfriend.
Him and Emily Blunt, like I didn't get their fights. They show what were they?
It was always like they stopped short of real reality.
I caught myself watching it going, okay, I forgot, what are they fighting for?
The question you ask yourself is how competitive are you?
Like they show, okay, the portrayal of Mark Kerr is very soft-spoken, which he is, very soft-spoken, very polite in most cases. Doesn't come off as a real asshole, but when he's high, I guess, yeah, he's an asshole. Or when he doesn't get his drugs, he's an asshole or something. But they didn't show enough. It was like every time they went to that point, they would stop short. And you didn't really see where the drama all was, you know? It's like, okay, you have a fight, and maybe you had a similar fight with your own girlfriend or whatever, and it wasn't that bad. But there were worse fights. I felt like they were holding back because they wanted to protect his image or his girlfriend's image, his ex-wife's image or something. It felt like it was holding back. The documentary, I felt, was much more hard-hitting than the movie itself. And I don't really know why they did a movie like this, other than to expand the story, right?
Yeah.
But they didn't expand the story, so I thought that was a little weak. The Rock did great. Dwayne Johnson did great. Emily Blunt is not one of my favorite actors, but
don't you dare.
I didn't think. I mean, you couldn't really recognize who she was in this, honestly, and she was okay. And they didn't really show her side of it too either, because she actually was her own toxic person in the relationship with Mark.
I didn't see her toxic at all.
And they didn't show her as toxic, but she had her own issues. They just mentioned it a little bit later on.
Like, you
come home 4 a.m.
When?
Yeah, but they didn't show it.
At all.
I know.
We just saw her come into the living room.
Yeah. So they kind of
fucked up shakes with bananas.
I think they held back on some of the stuff. So it seemed, and then they hurried up and rushed, and he's clean. After his first attempt, he's clean. He found some old painkillers he's going to inject in this trainer because the trainer hurt himself. But these are old. I'm throwing away. He's clean. He overcame everything so quickly and no problem.
Everybody giving The Rock props, Dwayne Johnson, for doing this movie and doing all this. But I guess Dwayne Johnson can't do a movie without protecting Dwayne Johnson's for other movies.
That's true.
Because they could have shown Dwayne Johnson fucking shooting up on the back of the Hollaback Youth Center or the back of the Comedy Store, with Joe Diaz, or they could have showed him, desperately looking, but they didn't show anything.
This is kind of like Emilio, what you were saying. It's widely reported that Dwayne Johnson has a no-lose clause in his film contracts, ensuring
That's what it means.
His characters never lose a fight or take too much punishment, preserving his tough guy image, a practice reportedly started by Vin Diesel and Jason Statham.
That's what I saw.
His persona must always have the upper hand.
And even in the movie when he goes, nah, man, that was no contest.
Yeah, so they had no contest, and he didn't know what that meant.
He could have just lowered himself to look like a drug addict, to look more desperate. And that's why he won't win the Academy Award.
I feel like it will prevent him from really going farther and winning, because that's a common thing in sitcoms and TV shows, the ones that are mainstream or at least designed to reach a mainstream audience, is you always protect the star. You have to protect the star. So when we were pitching a show about Felipe and myself being married, we pitched that show a couple times in different ways as a sitcom. Felipe has an addiction past, and we tried to introduce that as some sort of element attached to his character in the stories a couple times. But they were so concerned, if we make him an addict or a former addict, we have to be really careful, because they want this guy, the star, to come off as the hero all the time. But I think about those great shows. Remember Blossom? Blossom's brother was a drug addict. And that was a really interesting part that made Blossom such a good show, is that their brother had problems, like a real person, a real family. It wasn't
alive.
Yeah, he was alive, and he's got some troubles, and he's 30 and living at home, and there are reasons for that, but he's part of our family, and we all make it work. That's a real life situation. So I'm all about protecting the hero, protecting the star of the show, but I want something edgier. As a real person in the world, I think we need something that is more real and less guarded, less protected. So, Anyway, so I was a little bothered by that. They didn't delve into it enough. They didn't make him edgy enough or depraved enough, I guess. Right?
Yeah, man.
What else? I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, I talked about all that. Yeah, that's it, I think. Next week, we're going to talk about the comedies.
Yeah.
Of the Golden Globes, the best.
Do you really think Dwayne Johnson was protecting himself in that movie? Because that was what I saw.
I don't know if he was protecting himself.
Protecting Dwayne Johnson from looking like a drug addict.
Maybe his people were protecting his image for future roles.
Because the movie produced by his company.
Yes, that's true, but it is also A24. But him as a producer would have had control over that. It's a dumb decision if he was the one who had control over that decision to not go further and make this guy. But it could have been Mark Kerr's people protecting Mark Kerr
says, you're gonna
from
hit
having
me? That's like, oh, so he's hit her before.
Well, they did have abusive fights.
I was like waiting for him to slam her against the wall.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to show that, I guess. They really did. They really do that in real life?
Yeah, there were incidents of physical abuse, and she was abusive and toxic as well, and she had undiagnosed bipolar disorder. Not bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, which means they fought a lot.
She was my bipolar bear,
and she probably egged him on a bit, and it turned into something.
Right when she said you lost, I thought that we were gonna have a very dramatic Kramer versus Kramer terms of endearment, fatal attraction, fucking loud, arguing moment.
Because for a guy like that
and
to hear,
killed Michael, because I don't want another kid walking around here, Michael. One of those scenes.
Yeah.
And that's why
it didn't happen. And it didn't happen. There was no
scene, man?
Yeah, it's a watershed moment. It's a climax. There was none. There was none.
I'm waiting for that scene, man. Like in fucking where Meryl Streep slapped the shit out of Julia Roberts. You know what's it like to grow up in the plains? You have any idea? Like that.
What movie is that?
I forgot the name of the movie. But there was Meryl Streep, Julia Roberts. They're there because their father, the writer, died.
Oh, I never watched that movie. You watched that?
Yeah, I did.
That's the one with Glenn Close, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Glenn Close?
I thought Glenn Close was in that.
Okay, never mind.
Wasn't it?
Sigourney Weaver and another lady. Yeah, that's it. Osage Orange. Yeah, that's the name of their father who died.
You know what?
Something Plumber.
You know what? Wait a minute. August, Osage County.
Yeah.
2013.
We had the DVD from our
Yeah, I know, but I thought Glenn
Awards.
Close was in this movie. No?
No.
I do not remember watching this movie at all.
I saw it was good, man. That scene when she just loses it right there, that's when she snaps like that and goes, you know what's it like to grow up in the plains?
Yeah, I never saw this movie. I think we tried and
there wasn't a dramatic scene like that where...
Yeah, there's no come to Jesus moment. There's no big climax and confrontation. I don't know how much they tried.
You're right, man.
Somebody was being protected by the story.
Now, man, that Dwayne Johnson was protecting his character in that movie.
Something like that, yeah. Because you don't want to see the lead character. Well, when I say you don't want to see, Hollywood doesn't think audiences want to see the hero's real struggles. Like, you want a little hint of struggle or a little peppering of... That's what I'm saying. I know it. Dwayne Johnson has a very clean, specific image as a hero, but...
So does Adam Murray. He wouldn't get naked.
No, let's not talk about other actors who are trying to get seen as a featured extra. Okay. One more thing. We talked about Christmas movies. We talked about Chevy Chase and Christmas Vacation. And I asked the question of, is Chevy really an asshole? Like, I don't know. We've heard a lot of rumors. We never met him. We've heard a lot of rumors. And then, funny enough, he's got a documentary coming out called I'm Chevy Chase and You're Not, which was his signature opening every weekend update on SNL years ago. And let's play a little trailer. And it comes out the 1st of January on HBO, right?
I'm just
CNN. Oh, that's right. It is on CNN. What? When does CNN start releasing films?
They started doing documentaries a while back when they were doing forgot.
I have to say, his long hair with the comb over sort of thing looked pretty good.
He's the asshole who you love. Can I say asshole?
Who's that?
People will, unfortunately.
I think it's his daughter, I believe.
Massive movie star hits. The force is pulling him. We're money.
But it looked like Rumor Wilson. I mean, Willis.
The thing about fame is that
Bruce Willis, Demi
everything around
Moore's
you changes.
And then,
daughter.
of course, it went downhill from there. It was a mistake to leave.
You want to do movies like Robin Williams, huh?
He wanted to do movies, and he was doing movies, but
Just bad choices.
he left SNL before a year was up.
That's the other part of the wild man.
But it didn't matter.
All right,
It all
David
worked out.
Caruso.
It all worked out for him.
It's Chevy Chase. I don't think a lot of people have the happiness I have. I'm who I am, and I like who I am.
He's one person that always kept his personal life completely separate from his professional life.
I'm Chevy Chase, and you're not.
And you could tell, I don't know if there, look up audio with Chevy Chase and Howard Stern. I don't think it exists, the actual call I'm thinking of, but Janie, housekeeper, look up housekeeper. Howard called and pranked his housekeeper.
He did?
I don't think it happened. There it is. Chevy Chase is mad after Howard calls his house.
He sucks, man. What happened to that guy? All right, here we go. Should we call Chevy at home?
Yeah.
Came back. Let me hear that. Hi, this is the Howard Stern radio show calling, and I want to talk to Chevy on the air. Richard Belzer's here. We need to talk to him. Can you just get him? And ask him if he'll come on the air with us?
Which radio?
Howard Stern. For Chevy. If Chevy could come to the phone. Tell him we're on the phone. We want to speak to him on the air. Thank you.
Hello?
Hello?
That sounded like help.
Yeah, well.
Richard Belzer, guest
to go
star
get
on
Chevy up until we
the
can talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Told you.
Fast forward a little bit, Ike.
Wow.
Why don't you
Chase's house.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
How did you have to go see
who
you had to go
lived there?
figure it out?
How long? I don't understand why you're saying that. I know it is, and Richard Belzer's here, his good friend.
Who's this?
Can you just please get him? Hello? This is not Chevy Chase's house.
See, we have to ask the owners. Who are you?
Keep going.
What's in the middle of the...
I guess he doesn't live there anymore.
Go like, I'm sorry, right there.
By his finger.
I hang up. That's fine.
By his finger.
I
right.
respect.
That's it.
Please.
Here it is. Go back a little bit before that.
Larry King told me to call. Why are you bad-mouthing me for? Howard Stern and Richard Belzer. We're on the radio.
What's radio?
Whose radio? Whose radio's on?
Yours. Why are you...
Now he's playing dumb.
Larry King told me to call. Why are you bad-mouthing me?
Will you turn it down a little, please? I can't hear you.
So what's going on? Why are you bad-mouthing me?
Hello?
Who's this?
I've got it, Janie.
Janie, we got
That's
it.
his wife.
He's not
Hey,
bad-mouthing you.
Hey,
This
Janie,
is early in the morning.
Janie, get off the phone.
I'm trying to do a
please. Get off
sketch
the phone.
here.
I want to deal with this.
All right.
Hang up the phone.
He ain't even playing.
Please hang up the phone, will you please? We are on the radio.
Why is he being a jerk?
Wait a second, Janie. We're on the radio. I'm trying...
I understand that, but
What?
why is he saying that to you when you're a very nice person?
No, he's a nice guy, but he's being real mean to me on the...
He's not being mean to you.
You want to hear what he said about me on Larry King?
Janie, get off the phone.
Bell.
Janie, get off the phone, please. Thank you.
Chevy. I've always been nice to you.
Hey, Howard, is this you?
It's me. We're on the air.
I got news for you.
What?
I didn't badmouth you, but I do have some news for you.
What?
This is my home, and I don't like you. Okay, is that clear?
All right.
Okay, so don't call my home again.
Okay, fine.
See you later.
Bye. Cares.
Anyway, that's it.
That's real radio.
You can stop it. You can turn it off. Anyway.
The most promos he's going to get
The most
for it.
promo, yeah, he'd ever get. But,
No.
so he's got a new documentary out this week, and go watch it on CNN,
watch it,
I guess.
man.
Who knew? I'm not going to watch it, but we'll see. Anything else you want to say about award shows or anything else or whatever? We're going into comedies next week. I think we've got
Go watch
Isaac.
those movies.
Pull up the list of comedies, Golden Globe nominated comedies. I have a little contention with this list, but
What does that mean? You don't like it?
I have issue. I take issue with some of it. I'm going to push.
I have a lot of issue with you people.
I have a lot of issues with this. So
Coogler, you couldn't tie a.
You couldn't smooth a silk sheet if you had a hot date with a babe. There we go. Okay, so comedy.
Let me see.
Blue Moon, okay. Bugonia, which we're going to watch. Marty Supreme, which we saw in the theater the other day, where we'll talk about next week. No Other Choice, Nouvelle Vague, and then One Battle After Another, which is a movie I can never remember by the title. I can never remember the name of this movie ever, even if I just saw the poster a minute ago. I can't remember.
What's Blue Moon?
It is the... I think it's about the writers, like Ira Gershwin and... not Ira Gershwin, the other guys. Look it up. It's about songwriters.
Oh, about the Blue Moon song?
Not Blue Moon song, but the writers of fuck. I can't even think the name of the writers. Go down to the Wikipedia, Isaac. Rogers and Hart, I think it is. And then Rogers goes to Hammerstein and starts working with him. Anyway, it's the opening night of Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is written by his partner and takes off and becomes a success. And Hart is like a drunk and dealing with, So we'll watch that. We'll watch the other thing, which go back to the list, like Begonia, which is Fat Damon.
Yeah, No Other Choice.
Marty Supreme, which we saw in the theater with Timothy Chalamet. No Other Choice, I don't know. Nouvelle Vague, I don't know. And then One Battle After Another, which is Leonardo DiCaprio. Why is that in the musical or comedy section, though? That movie is a drama and action movie.
Because it went viral when he went...
That ain't why. That is not why he's being put in that category. You thought it was a comedy, Isaac? You saw it.
I haven't seen it, so I'll be the judge.
It looks dramatic. It looks action, and that's how it's been marketed, and that's what I'm sticking to. But maybe it'll change my mind, and we'll find out. And if you have any comments about any of these movies here for the comedy for next week, let me know. We'll watch the comments. We'll be in the chat this week, and we'll see you next week.
Let us know about Frankenstein. What you think?
Bad. Bye.
Do you even binge?
Do you even binge?